The impact of climate change is also topical this World Environment Day. In Somalia, life is slowly returning to normal after recent flooding. Schools have reopened as water levels subside. Authorities are arranging the return of all those displaced by the heavy storms. CGTN's Abdulaziz Billow reports.
In central Somalia, parents, students and teachers breathe a sigh of relief as schools reopen in the flood-hit town of Billow. This school was among 10 schools affected in Billow by the heaviest downpour to hit the country in 3 decades, paralyzing education and denying students a chance to sit for their final exams.
The latest flooding disrupted our examination, but we thank God that things have improved and we are now ready for the final examinations.
It's great to be back to school. We are learning for the second day today. God willing, we are prepared for the exams now.
Hundreds of students have returned back to the city after water levels reduced at the Shabelle River. For education officials, it's rush against time. In less than a week, students are due to sit for their final exams after failing to join more than 27,000 others countrywide who sat for the same exams in May.
We have given our students 2 weeks to return to school and to do a complete revision because the flooding not only disrupted education but also displaced people. We're now looking forward to preparing the students to sit for their exams from 9th of June.
Elsewhere, local authorities are struggling to repair basic infrastructure that was badly affected by the recent downpour. In May, 5 people died after this section of the road collapsed due to heavy downpour.
We are renovating key sections of the road that were affected by the heavy downpour. The local administration is repairing more than 8 areas, including the road from Janta Kundisha to the town center. We are hoping to restore the state of infrastructure to how it was before the rains.
Close to 1 million people were affected by the latest flooding, with more than 200,000 others displaced. For months, this open space in Al Jale remained home to those internally displaced. Authorities have been urged to build dams and reservoirs in Hiran and Middle Shabelle regions, the 2 areas that have been often affected by devastating floods. Meanwhile, the international community and the Somali government continue to appeal for more funds to assist some of the victims of the worst flooding in decades. Meanwhile, as locals return back to their homes to count their losses, the government has been urged to support small business owners who lost everything to the latest flooding in Billow. Abdulaziz, Billow, CGTN, Mogadishu, Somalia.